Hello, everyone. Happy Monday and welcome to the Pennsylvania Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair powered by StriveScan. My name is Julian and I'm going to be your facilitator for this evening. We have some really great institutions that are going to be presenting tonight, and I just want to go over some housekeeping items. So the first one is, how do you ask questions? You can use the Q&A chat box at the bottom of your screen to ask any question throughout the night. Just make sure that you address the presenter that you want to answer that question. And it doesn't have to be the presenter that is speaking at the current moment either. And your camera and microphones are off, so all you have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the information. We do have 2 other sessions tonight and some tomorrow, so you can go ahead and sign up for more sessions at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania, where the recording for this session and others will be available within about a week. So we are going to get started with our first presenter, and that is going to be our presenter from New Jersey Institute of Technology. We're going to allow them to get their screen share up and running. But I just want to encourage you throughout the night to continue to use that Q&A chat box, so that way we can get all your questions answered and get you some really great information about the college search process. So we'll leave the floor over to the New Jersey Institute of Technology.
Thanks, Julian. Hi, everyone. My name is Joanna. I am one of the admissions recruiters at New Jersey Institute of Technology. I'm really happy you're all here today and starting your college search and really starting to this process. It's really exciting time. So just to talk briefly about who we are as an institution. So NJIT, we are a STEM university. We have a lot of wonderful majors, over 125 different programs with 115 different research centers and laboratories for our students to utilize, whether you're a graduate or an undergraduate student. We are a medium-sized school with a population of about 11,700 students. We want to make sure that our students-to-faculty ratio is as small as possible. So right now we're about 17-1, with the average class size being about 25 students. Now, we are primarily STEM school, but we do have 6 different college offerings. We have a School of Management, a College of Computing, a College of Engineering, our Architecture and Design School, our Honors College, as well as a College of Science and Liberal Arts. So even if you're not a STEM person, we will probably still have something for you here. A lot of our really interesting majors that we offer, we have forensic science, we have cyber psychology, we have computer science, which is our most popular major, and then the College of Engineering just has so many amazing opportunities within there as well. If you're interested in business, we have financial technology, which is really interesting, as well as interior design or graphic design, which again, we kind of have the full spectrum, which is really nice. Just to talk a little bit about our rankings. So we were ranked top national university for 2020, as well as, in my opinion, one of our most important rankings is being ranked #1 nationally for student upward economic mobility. We're making sure that our students are getting what they put in to the school out of it. Again, that goes with our top 2% nationally for return on investment. We are an R1 university. What that means is we have a research level 1 ranking. There are only 3 schools in New Jersey that have that offering, and we are one of 131 nationwide to have this. So we're putting a really big emphasis on research. So if you're someone who's really interested in getting that hands-on research experience, NJIT could be a great fit for you, and I'd be happy to talk more about that. We are located in University Heights in Newark, New Jersey. So we're about 30 minutes away from New York City. It's about 10 miles, and then 5 miles from the Newark airport. So if you're out of state, maybe not Pennsylvania, but if you're coming from somewhere further, you're pretty much going to be in a very centered location to be able to get around. Being so close to New York and the airport really gives students opportunities to either go abroad or get internships, but you can even find those opportunities within Newark. So we have Whole Foods for your food necessities, and then we have NJPACC and the Prudential Center, Branchburg Park. That's for any entertainment that you might be looking for. And then we have a lot of major corporations that are kind of sprouting up within Newark as well. So again, a great opportunity for those internship and full-time job opportunities. If you're interested in living on campus, we do have residence life. There are 6 different residence halls to choose from. And then we also have a very full student life as well, with over 140 different organizations, about 23 different Greek life orgs. We're by no means a go Greek or go home university, but we do like to talk about it because it is a great opportunity to network and learn about those leadership skills and kind of grow outside of the classroom as well. We're also a Division I athletic school. So whether you want to be an athlete or be at a school that has a lot of school spirit and you can go cheer on a team, that's something great that we offer, as well as club sports and intramurals. Just looking at the tuition breakdown, if you're in state, you're going to look at about $17,600. For our out-of-state students, it's about $33,000. And if you decide to live on campus, it's going to be an extra $13,000. But I will say that while those numbers can look a little bit scary, about 90% of our students do receive some kind of aid, whether it's need-based through the FAFSA or merit-based. So our merit-based scholarships are going to be from admissions themselves, and they are going to be based on your high school GPAs. We are SAT and ACT test optional for the next school year as well. So if you're a junior and you're thinking about applying, your GPAs are mostly what's going to be looked at while this whole process is happening for us, at least at NJIT. So our alumni network makes it possible for us to continue to work with a really great, range of companies. These people are constantly coming back to us looking to hire more of our students because they know that our students are leaders and they're going to be well educated and ready to grow with the industry no matter where it is. We are a very technology focused university, so we're really seeing towards the future and seeing how technology is really going to be impacting the next generation of whatever industry you're going to be in. If you want some more information about applying, our website will have all of that stuff in terms of the admissions checklist and all that other good stuff. There's also our contact information. I'll also be putting my contact information in the chat as well afterwards. But thank you so much. And if anyone has questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat. I'd be happy to help you out. Thank you.
Still on mute there. Thank you so much. Appreciate the presentation, and we are going to start moving on to Community College of Allegheny County. We're going to allow them to get their screen share up and running. And while they do, a couple things, just want to encourage everyone to use that Q&A chat box, just making sure that you're asking questions throughout the night to any presenter that you would like. And other than that, we would like you to also sign up for more sessions if you want to check out some other presentations as well too. So just wanted to see, are we Community College of Allegheny County? Okay, awesome. All right, so we'll leave the floor over to them and enjoy the presentation.
Hi and welcome. My name is Charmin Strauters and I am from CCACC, the Community College of Allegheny County. I do have my colleague with me today answering questions that you may have in the chat. So please type away. Dr. Shinkowski would be happy to answer any questions that you have. There we go. So at CCACC in Allegheny County, we do have 4 campuses and 4 centers so that we make sure that there is an opportunity for all students to be able to get to one of those locations. We have our North, our Allegheny, our Boyce, and our South. And then, as I said, we have some smaller ones that are our 4 centers. And we can't forget about our virtual campus. Our virtual campus gives students the opportunity to take online courses. You can complete some degrees online and some degrees can be completed 90% online. You don't have to be necessarily completing a degree to take your classes online, but our virtual campus is strictly online. We do have some other options as of right now for students that are enrolled in taking classes via Zoom, where you are logging in on a specific day or a specific time. But for our virtual campus, those courses are strictly offered online. Some of the academic programs that students are enrolling in are across 6 different career paths, our arts and humanities, our business, education, social behavioral sciences, human services, health degrees, some of our STEM fields, and even our skilled trades. And we have over 160 programs for students to choose from. You can prepare for careers in healthcare. Lots of students come to CCAC for our healthcare program, and I'll tell you how great our nursing program is a little bit later. And then we have our business programs. Some of our business programs transfer to some universities, and you're able to take your entire degree, 60 credits with you. We have our CIT fields, anyone that might be interested in multimedia gaming design, information technology. We have our STEM fields, electrical engineering, and then we have our skilled trades like welding and plumbing, and a lot of apprentice programs to choose from as well. Students don't always wait until they graduate from high school to attend CCAC. They also get a jump start on that while they're still in high school. We see students as young as starting in their freshman or sophomore year. Students choose to take these classes so that they can get college credits. Look good if they choose not to come to CCAC after they graduate, but we hope they do. But they have that option now. They have that college transcript and gets them prepared for college so they understand while they're taking one class at a time what that would be like to be enrolled into a full semester. As I mentioned about our transferable credits, CCAC students are either pursuing a degree or maybe we're their first stop before they want to transfer to the four-year university where they want to pursue their bachelor's degree or they want to pursue their associate's degree. And as I mentioned, we do have some articulation agreements where you can take your whole program with you. That would be all 60 credits. And then some students choose to come to CCAC as a way to save money and take some of their core classes that they can transfer into their program. We even have a high population of students in the summer that are visiting students that choose to take their classes in between semesters at their home university to take advantage of our low cost for tuition and fees. CCAC's 5 commitments are to care, to serve the whole community with a focus on social justice, build a culture of equity on campus, identify, dismantle campus structures, breed disparities, and redesign the college for equity. And we just want to fund what matters most. And that is you're receiving an excellent education. Nearly 60% of our students are leaving CCAC with absolutely no debt. I can't explain to you how important that is. But we have the lowest cost for tuition and fees. We have scholarship opportunities. If you are eligible for any Pell Grants or state FIA grants, hopefully if there's any seniors on here, you're kind of experienced and have completed your FAFSA form. If you do have those and qualify for that, those students are definitely completing CCAC's year without taking out any college loans. Taking a look at some of those numbers, as I mentioned before, that I would touch a little bit on our nursing schools. Highly ranked 10 out of 536 in the Northeast region. We also pride ourselves on having smaller classroom sizes for students. Another reason why students choose to come to CCAC, some of those little tougher courses where you might struggle a little bit, they want to have more like that one-on-one connection with their faculty, and we do offer that opportunity. We talked about all the money that you can save, nearly over $24,000 by starting out at CCAC and the percentage of our students that are graduating debt-free. Some of the student services at CCAC that I love for students to take advantage of before you graduate, you definitely want to do our personal and career counseling. It's also a great opportunity before you even start taking classes or meet with an academic advisor to get registered, to kind of look at the earning potential and the interest that you may have so they can also connect you with programs. Academic and transfer counseling. If you plan on transferring to another university, you definitely want to meet with a transfer counselor from the very beginning. We have our resource navigators for students who are coming across any challenges, and they will help get you connected to the right resources throughout the county and the state to make sure that you can be successful at CCAC and try to eliminate any barriers that would prevent that. Our military and veteran students and their dependents, we have our own department to help serve that population of students. And locally in Allegheny County, our students that are Pittsburgh Promise eligible and extension students, we also have an individual department that works with them. Our student life population. Oftentimes, the biggest misconception for community college is that you go home right after you take your classes, or if you're taking online classes, you log off for the day. But that is entirely up to the student. We have a number of student clubs and organizations, honor societies, and we also have our sports. We have our collegiate sports and we have our intramural sports. Basketball, men's and women's, baseball, softball, volleyball, bowling, golf, and that's just to name a few. Talk about some of our enrollment steps. Our free application at ccacc.edu is available. If you're thinking about coming to CCAC, I definitely suggest that you complete that application. Whether you choose to come to CCAC or another institution, you want to make sure that you are applying for your financial aid. If you do plan to come to CCAC, you'll want to get your high school transcript sent in. And then for our placement testing is for reading or writing or math. If you graduate in the last 5 years and you have a 2.7 or higher, when you choose to come to CCAC, you do not have to do the reading or writing. Placement testing for math is if you score in the top 50th percentile on your SATs. You'll go through after you complete that, creating your net ID, joining our welcome center so that you can meet with an academic advisor and they can help you get registered for classes. On our website, as you see, ccac.edu. If you have any questions for me that you're not getting answered today in the chat with Dr. Shingowski, you can reach us at admissions@ccac.edu, and that is also our phone number. I'll probably put all that in the chat as well so that you have that. Actually, this Wednesday is the perfect time for you to attend one of our events because we'll be having our virtual open house where you'll get to learn a little bit more about this 160 different programs that I went over, student life services, and any other questions that you may have in exploration of CCAC. Thank you.
All righty, thank you so much. And our next presenter is going to be from Edinboro University. While they're getting set up, just want to encourage you to go to strivescan.com/Pennsylvania, where you can sign up for more sessions and also view the recordings from these previous sessions within about a week. We'll leave the floor over to Edinboro University.
Great. Thank you so much. My name is Kyle Sherman. I'm the one of the assistant directors of admissions up at Edinboro University. We are one member of the 14 school system, PACAC system, Pennsylvania state system. So we're one of 14 within the state here. We are located about an hour and a half from the cities of Pittsburgh, Buffalo, and Cleveland, about 20 minutes south of the city of Erie, up in Erie County. We are approximately about 4,000 students or so. About 3,000 of those are undergraduate students. Our class sizes tend to be relatively small. You know, classes tend to be anywhere between 25 and 40, depending on the class you're in. So we have, nice small class sizes. Some of our most popular programs we offer, nursing. We have a 4-year BSN program with a 97% NCLEX passing rate. We have, your traditional sciences, biology, chemistry, geoscience, and physics. We have one of the largest art programs certainly in Western Pennsylvania. So we have programs in graphic design, photography, ceramics, illustration, but our most popular program is our animation program. We do both computer animation and traditional animation. We also are one of the top 10 teacher prep programs for education majors in the state of Pennsylvania. We offer programs in early childhood education, middle level education, secondary education, art education, health and phys ed, as well as special and deaf education as well. Our computer science programs are very strong. We just added a cybersecurity program. We also have a game and virtual world design program at Edinboro. So on top of that, we have programs in criminal justice, in sociology, communications and psychology. So there's a lot that are offered here at Edinboro. One of the really nice things, very hands-on. So we have a lot of academic support services for students, very strong career development office, academic success coordinators who help students schedule and help solve any academic problems they might run into, a tutoring center, a writing center, and a math center, and a fantastic global education. Obviously, our students are traveling right now, but we're hoping that, by next year, by this 2021 school year, our students will start to be able to get around the world and around the country soon. All of our students that live outside of a 50-mile radius, so of our students that aren't going to commute, are required to live on campus for 2 years. We have 2 types of housing. We have our Highland Suites, which have 5 different floor plans. Students have their own bathroom and their own space, and they share it with a maximum of 4 people, of 3 other people. We also have a traditional dorm. But one of the cool things is we have a pet-friendly floor. So our first year, which was the fall of 2019 that we did that, we had 26 students bring their pets to campus. So dogs, cats, guinea pigs, et cetera, et cetera. There were quite a few. So that was a really unique opportunity for our students. We do guarantee housing for students for all 4 years. We are in a very small college town. So, one of the nice things for students is if they choose to move off campus, there's a lot of campus housing for them located all through our little college town here. We offer 140 plus student clubs and organizations. Some are academically related and some are more social. So we do have fraternities and sororities, for instance. We have 19 varsity sports. We are Division II in almost all of those, except for wrestling, which is Division I. And we participate in the PACAC, so that's the Pennsylvania State Conference. We also offer an esports team. So we have students that participate and play at the varsity level in League of Legends, Rocket League, Call of Duty, among others. And we also have a wheelchair basketball team. So there's some really neat, really interesting, opportunities for students as they're, to get involved here on campus. For students that are interested in applying, especially for juniors, our application opens up July 1st. So I definitely recommend getting an application in over the summer. We are part of the Common App, which opens up August 1st. We are rolling admissions. However, we do have some priority deadlines, one of which is November 1st. That's our early action deadline. And what that is going to guarantee you consideration for scholarships, as well as consideration for admission into our honors college. And then February 1st is our priority deadline. So that's the one we encourage students to get in. That way they are, sure that they will be considered for both scholarships and honors. We are test optional. So we are planning to be test optional for next year as well. So all we really need is a high school transcript for students. Our average GPA for freshmen the past couple of years has been around a 3.0. So students that are coming in with about a 3.0 is what we're looking for. But we do admit students lower than that as well. Cost numbers for us, as a state school, the total cost for a student coming from in-state in Pennsylvania is about $22,000 a year. That's room, board, tuition, and fees. Out-of-state students is about $26,000. We do offer scholarships that range from $1,500 to $5,000 a year, just merit scholarships. And then we do offer some other scholarships and aid as well. I would definitely encourage you to come up and visit. We are doing in-person visits at this time. They are very small group visits. So if you want to check things out, we also have a couple unique visit opportunities as well. We do have virtual tour. A lot of schools have that. But we also have a narrated driving tour and a self-guided walking tour for folks. So as they're kind of going through and checking things out, they can come check out campus whenever they want. And you can reach out to us in the admissions office at admissions@edinboro.edu. And I will put my information in the chat. Thanks so much.
Awesome, thank you. And our next presenter is going to be from University of Mount Union. While they're getting their screen share up and running, just want to continue to encourage you to light up that Q&A chat box so that way we can answer any questions you have throughout the evening. And also, if there's any other sessions that you want to sign up for, we have tonight 2 more sessions and then tomorrow as well for this Pennsylvania Fair. So we'll leave the floor over to University of Mount Union.
Hello, hi, my name is Bridget England. I'm one of the assistant directors at the University of Mount Union. So I'm happy to join everyone tonight as you're getting started with your college search. The University of Mount Union is located about an hour and a half from the Pittsburgh area in Alliance, Ohio. So it is out of state, but it's really a comfortable distance for a lot of students in that Western Pennsylvania region. Although we do get some students, particularly student athletes, actually from the eastern part of Pennsylvania. So here are just a couple things that we're kind of committed to at Mount Union. We are a smaller private liberal arts school. So we have about 2,000 undergraduate students and about 300 in our grad programs. Our #1 commitment is academic excellence. We say relevant programming because we're working to get you a degree that you're going to take and get a job in that field. So that's one of our first priorities. We're also working on producing leaders, and this comes throughout your experiences in school, and then we hope to kind of help you continue that in your careers and your life after college as well. And then our final priority is providing a quality education to students of all backgrounds and affordable education. So we'll talk a little bit about what that looks like later on. Speaking of academics, we have 56 different majors and 6 graduate programs. Some of our most popular are exercise science. We also have a physical therapy graduate program, and that's a major that really segues nicely into a PT program, which is popular. Our nursing program is also very popular. It's a direct entry program. So it's very nice that, once you're in the program, you're in, you don't have to worry about anything. And at the time that you apply, you know that your spot is reserved if you're admitted to the program. So it's really nice that way. And they have over 98% NCLEX passing rate, which is awesome. The student to faculty ratio you can see is very small. And one of the things that's great is we actually teach like we have small class sizes. So we really try to emphasize active learning that you can only do in smaller groups. A lot of project-based learning, working in groups, and hands-on types of projects. Every major also has some sort of out of the classroom experience, whether it's clinical hours, some type of shadowing experience, a required practicum, something that really allows you to get your feet wet before you're actually out in the field. Some of our other popular majors, we have 5 different types of engineering. Sport business is really popular if you're interested in working in professional sports. We have a huge business department with 8 different majors. I mean, huge for a smaller school, I guess. And then our education department can license you in any area for any age that you're interested in. And we're one of the only schools in the state of Ohio with a physical education major. Another thing that really helps academically is that your academic advisor is a professor from your major. And until you declare a major, which you are not required to do right away, you'll work with a professor who teaches your first year seminar class, which welcomes you to Mount Union. So it's really nice working with faculty one-on-one to sort of get that experience and feel comfortable with your faculty in all of your classes. The other thing we're quite well known for is our integrative core curriculum. It is nationally ranked. We're 13th in the nation out of all schools that require any type of core studies. So this gives you a really great foundation, and all of our graduates through this core have excellent written and oral communication skills, complex problem solving skills, and they also complete a senior capstone project that's really hands-on and kind of has a service learning component too. Thinking about living on campus, we also have a requirement to live on campus. So any students coming from Pennsylvania, you would be probably outside that radius unless you're kind of from the Beaver Falls area. But essentially 2 years are required on campus if you cannot commute from home. This is an example of one of our first year dorms here, but we do have a ton of different options after your first year on campus. There's options like suite style living, apartments, and townhouses that are honestly incredibly nice. I think that's one of the reasons so many students do live on campus. It's actually over 70% now who are living on campus. And it's pretty impressive because over 30% of our students come from the 3 surrounding counties where we're located. So most of our students really, a lot of them could commute if they wanted, but stay all 4 years on campus. The dining is really great too. Your meal plan is very extensive. You're not running out of swipes and flex dollars by the end of the year. And it also allows you to eat at some of our awesome local restaurants in town. So getting involved, there's a lot of different things you can do on campus. We do have more than 90 different organizations, and for a school that only has 2,000 undergrad students, it's honestly quite a lot. So you can see all sorts of different things. There's diversity groups. The bands are awesome because the athletics are awesome, so it's really fun to participate in. There's Greek life and study abroad. About a third of students participate in both of those. And then we also have an esports program. We compete in the Great Lakes Athletic Conference. We're adding 2 new sports this year, which is exciting, or 2 new games more rather for esports. And you can also receive an additional $1,000 scholarship each year if you are on the esports team, which is really cool. So we also just had the Great Lakes Esports Conference. Player of the Year was from Mount Union last year. So we're excited that it's really taken off and doing well and giving students some cool opportunities. The other thing that we're known for is our athletics. So we are Division III athletics. So you cannot receive athletic scholarships specifically, though there are so many other opportunities for scholarships and financial aid. But we are the #1 ranked Division III institution in the state of Ohio. So it's very exciting. Our football program is one of the things that really put us on the map. And now we have 24 different teams that you can participate in, including men's volleyball, which I know some of Western Pennsylvania has men's volleyball teams as well. So a lot of different things to be involved in, and we have athletic recruiting forms if you're at all interested. It's always free to apply. Our application launches the same date as the Common App, August 1st. I'll put some links in in the chat so that you're aware of all this. We will also be test optional, and we require an essay as well. If you are, here's some information for us. We are open for visits. I really encourage you to come. We also even have some socially distanced, smaller group visits that are happening, but individual visits go Monday through Sundays, actually. So 7 days a week, basically, we're available if you'd like to visit our campus. I'll put some more information in the chat, and thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much. We are going to move on to University of Massachusetts Lowell, and our presenter there is going to have time to get their screen share up and running. While they do, just want to continue to encourage those questions to come into the Q&A chat box. I know we have some eager presenters ready and willing to answer any questions you have. So we will leave it over to University of Massachusetts Lowell.
Thanks so much. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for joining today. I'm sure we would all much rather be in a big auditorium or a gym together, but this is definitely the next best thing. My name is Alyssa DeMarco, and I am one of the freshman admissions counselors at University of Massachusetts Lowell, otherwise known as UMass Lowell or UML. You'll probably hear me use all of those. So starting off here, our campus, we're located in the heart of Lowell, Massachusetts, a city of about 110,000 people. So it's a pretty good size, a very diverse, vibrant area. We have the Merrimack River running right through campus, which is pretty cool as well. We have 3 main campus areas, all within walking distance. Lowell is about 35 miles northwest of Boston, and you can drive about an hour and a half in any direction and be really anywhere in New England, which is pretty cool. Our students are able to get into Boston easily, up to the mountains for skiing and hiking, out to the beach. It is a very accessible area. Here we go. So this is what I was just saying. That is us right where that star is. It's a super vibrant community, very diverse. Something that I really love, that our students really love, is that almost any ethnicity of food that you're looking for can be found within walking distance of campus. It's a very walkable city as well. We also have a great shuttle system that goes around campus, so no worries if you don't feel like walking, if you don't have a car, but students can have cars on campus all 4 years that they're with us, 4 years and beyond. So some numbers here for you. So we do have over 11,000 undergraduate students, a little over 18,000 students in total with our master's and doctorate programs. Our average GPA for students coming into UMass Lowell is about a 3.6. Average SAT is about a 1240, and average ACT is about a 26. What we're really looking for is a strong B student. So whether it's a B or about a 3.0 or about an 85, that's what we really like to see on students' transcripts. At least about an 1100 or so on the SAT, about a 22 or higher on the ACT. We have actually been test optional since 2015, which has really come in handy this last year. We've had such an influx of students applying without test scores. So if you are not able to take a test, you don't like your score, no worries applying to UMass Lowell. We do not need a test score from you. Some academics here, we do offer over 120 different undergraduate majors, so there's really something for everybody. We have over 70 different graduate degrees as well. We do offer some 4+1 master's degrees, so almost every one of our master's degrees has a undergraduate degree or a few undergraduate degrees, which kind of flow nicely into it. So senior year, you're kind of double dipping, taking some bachelor's degree requirement classes and also starting to take some graduate requirement degree classes. Definitely a time saver and a money saver if you know that you'd like a master's degree within the next few years. We have expanded quite a bit in the last few years, added a lot of students to campus, but we've kept up with that. We've maintained a 17-to-1 student to faculty ratio, and about half of our classes do have fewer than 19 or 20 students, probably about what you're used to in high school. It's a really great dynamic in the classroom, get a lot of discussions in, you get to know your faculty really well, get to know your classmates really well. We find that that is just the perfect size for our students. We do have 6 colleges. engineering, sciences, fine arts, humanities, and social sciences, business, health sciences, and education. So we have our 120 plus different majors across those colleges. We also have a great honors college that acts as an overlay for any program of study. So any student can be in the honors college. And as I mentioned, we have several different accelerated B2M or 4+1 master's degree programs. Hands-on learning, we really prioritize experiential learning, industry partnerships. We do offer co-ops. So how this works is it's 3 months or 6 months where students can do that over the summer or in the spring or fall semester. You're actually working full-time in a company or at a lab. We have some great partnerships every year for that. So students are actually working full-time in their field, getting their hands dirty. It's definitely one thing to be in the classroom learning about these things, but another to actually be in a workplace experiencing it real time. We do have in a non-global pandemic year about 300 different opportunities for students to study abroad. We have a great study abroad office and they'll really work with any student at any point to figure out what is the best opportunity for you. Any kind of industry partnership, like I was mentioning, clinicals and practicums, service learning, that all kind of boils down to me for our location. We are a super accessible area. Students can get up into Nashua, New Hampshire, can get to Worcester, Massachusetts, Boston, Massachusetts in about 20 to 45 minutes, which is really great. We have a lot of students who take advantage of the different organizations and facilities within Lowell. So we have Lowell General Hospital. Our education students are right out in Lowell Public Schools teaching. Service learning, we have a number of designated service learning classes every year, which I think is a really great way to, again, put what you're learning in the classroom really to the test and get out and use your skills, find your passion and work with some kind of a community organization. Campus life, we do have a very vibrant campus. About 60% of our students will live either on campus or in the immediate surrounding area in a typical year. We have over 275 different clubs and organizations. We also have 30 different intramural and club sports. We have 11 different residence halls for students to choose from. We also have 20 different living learning communities. And my last page here, just a few deadlines to make note of. If there's any seniors on tonight, we have extended our regular decision. We will be accepting applications through the spring and summer. And again, my name is Alyssa DeMarco. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to email me directly or call our admissions office. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And our final presenter is going to be Temple University. So we're going to allow them to get their screen share up and running. And while they do, just want to encourage you that because this is the final presenter, just want to make sure if you have any questions, go ahead and throw them in the Q&A chat box. Or if you want to sign up for more sessions, you can go back to strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. So we're going to leave the floor over to Temple University.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Maya Morgan. I am a first-year counselor here at Temple University. I'm responsible for Northeastern PA, so out towards the Poconos, and Central PA, so all the Bergs, Gettysburgs, Chambersburg, all that good stuff. I am a native Philadelphian, so if at any point in time I am speaking too fast, you can just put slow down in the chat and I'll consciously slow it down for everybody. But just getting us started, my presentation is just going to loop in the background and I'm going to share most of our information verbally. So again, if you do have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat. Getting us started, Temple University is Philadelphia's large public research institution. We have just over 27,000 undergraduate students. You can disregard the 28,000 on the screen. This is from last year's publication, but we have just over 27,000 undergraduate students on our main campus. We pride ourselves in cultivating well-rounded students that can utilize their classroom knowledge out in the real world. A little bit of history about Temple. We were founded in 1884 by Dr. Russell Conwell. He had a few parishioners come up to him and mention that they would really like to further their education, but they do not have a lot of time to do so, or didn't have a lot of time to do so. So Dr. Conwell asked what would be the perfect time, and they all mentioned the evening or nighttime, hence why we're called the Temple Owls. Our original class were called the Night Owls. They grew in size and they had to move to TPACC, which we call Temple Performing Arts Center over on Broad Street. If you look right behind me, you'll be able to see our Temple T. I think it's very valuable and rich for two very important reasons. Number one, it was designed during our centennial celebration. And so we finally got a logo that let everybody know who Temple Owls were. And number two, our Temple Tee was designed by a Tyler School of the Art and Architecture student during that centennial celebration. And again, I think that shows that you all are much more than students that are here to further their academic careers, but you're a part of our history and our culture and how everybody else identifies Temple Owls out in the real world. Moving us right along, we have 17 schools and colleges on our main campus, 12 of which are geared towards undergraduate majors. The remaining 5 are professional schools. So we offer a medical, pharmacy, dental, podiatry, and law schools. We have just over 150 plus majors, which you can see here in all areas. So a little bit of something for everybody. We have a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio. You will have some larger classes, which are typically general education classes. They will range from 150 to 200 in size, but because they're general education classes, everybody has to take them, no matter their major, hence why they're a little bit larger in size. They do meet 3 times a week, once on Monday, once on Wednesday, and then on Friday, they break off into what we call recitation periods. So you all are in a smaller class size of about, I would say 20 to 30 students, and you're able to sit down with your professor or your teaching assistant and get any questions answered that you might not have felt comfortable in a larger setting, get some assistance with an exam, a paper, or whatever additional help you may need during that recitation period. We are a Division I athletic school. We have 18 Division I athletics, and then we have just over 350 clubs and organizations on our campus. We offer pretty much all the sports. It's going to vary if it will classify as a Division I club or an intramural sport, but we have a little bit of something for everybody, which I'm sure you'll hear me say that several more times throughout this presentation. We have a few campuses spread both in Pennsylvania and internationally. I'll start a little bit closer to our main campus, which is located in North Philadelphia. If you head southbound into Center City, directly across the street from City Hall is Temple University Center City, or TUC is what we like to call it. And that's typically for evening classes for students that work full-time or if you're interning. But as an undergraduate student, if you don't want to have classes before 12 o'clock, you can hop on the subway, head into Center City and take classes at our TUC campus. Heading northbound from our main campus, you'll run into our health sciences campus, and that houses Temple University Hospital, as well as our medical and dental and pharmacy schools are housed up there as well. We have a shuttle that runs from our main campus up to the health sciences campus, so you don't have to worry about commuting there on your own. About 45 minutes to an hour outside of the city, we have an Ambler campus, which houses landscape architecture as well as horticulture. You all can complete a handful of other degrees on that campus, but for the most part, you'll only be able to do 2 years there, and you have to head down to main campus and finish out. If you hop over a pond, you'll run into our Rome, Italy campus, and that is a first-year experience campus. You all can apply directly there utilizing the Common App, spend your entire first year at our Rome campus, and then head back down to North Philadelphia to finish out the rest of your academic career. Outside of a first-year experience campus, you all can also utilize that for a summer or semester abroad campus as well. From Rome, if you hop over a couple of continents and one more pond, you'll run into our Tokyo, Japan campus, and that is a 4-year degree granting university. Again, you all can utilize the Common App, apply directly to TUJ and spend your entire 4 years as a college student in Tokyo, Japan, graduate with a Temple degree, and never step foot on our main campus in North Philadelphia. The best part about all of those campuses is the tuition rate remains the same across the board. I know some schools and college, some other institutions will have a hike in tuition if you decide to go to school internationally, but you don't have to worry about that because we own and operate the campuses in both Rome and Japan. Moving us on to application deadlines and just application processes to keep in mind. We are Common App exclusive, so that is the only place that you all can utilize to apply to Temple. Once upon a time, pre-COVID, we did offer a Temple University application on our website, but we found that that caused a lot of confusion for you all as students, and we're just trying to do our best to alleviate any additional stress on your end. Last 2 things, we need a self-reported transcript through our TU portal, as well as we are test optional and have been that way for several years prior to COVID. If you all are interested in visiting campus, you can hop onto admissions.temple.edu and either book a virtual appointment, or we are offering on-campus tours as well. I'm going to drop my contact info in the chat, and hopefully I look forward to seeing you all in person on campus.
All righty. Thank you everyone so much for sharing tonight. I am going to get my screen share up and running. And I just want to, because of time, I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. And after you close this window, there's going to be a very quick 4-question survey that's going to appear. And if you want to sign up for more sessions, you can still do so at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania, where the recording for this session and any other ones from this fair are going to be available within about a week. Just want to wish everybody a good luck on their college admissions process and continue to look into these schools. They have some great opportunities for you. Continue to look into them and make sure you go and visit. Have a great night.